Release us!
Welcome to our Rangers hockey at Madison Square Garden. There's a man jam with 16 seconds to go. It's number 50.
Think about them Rangers, huh?
Welcome back. And it's a great day to be alive if you're a New York Rangers fan. The Rangers come in game one and not only play their asses off, but make a motherfucking statement. 6-2 win against those Tampa Bay Lightning, Rangers South, as some people like to call them, and or used to call them rather. And
two-time defending Stanley Cup champions.
1.5 time defending.
COVID Cup champions.
Yeah, it's 1.5.
Mickey Mouse champions.
But goddamn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
I didn't. What a fucking opening game for this series, boys. What an absolute statement, as Nick said. A tremendous game by the boys. They came out strong. Didn't play on their heels at all. Amazing transition from the Hurricanes to the Rangers versus Tampa. A lot of people questioning how they would stack up against Tampa Bay. And, I mean, I think we gained the neutral zone so much better. We carried that puck so much better. The shots on net were tremendous. For most of the game, we were leading on shots on goal. I'm not sure what it ended up being, but it had to be almost dead even, if not the Rangers' favor. I mean, just time of possession in the offensive zone, the way they moved the puck was tremendous. The Tampa Bay Lightning do not have the forecheck and the speed, at least in this game, that we faced against the Carolina Hurricane. So I fucking love it, dude. We came out strong. We came out on fire. The Garden was rocking. I think they're going to need to replace some supports in that building because it might be fucking falling down after that effort by the boys.
TJ, I just want to so you asked with the shots. Tampa Bay 39, Rangers 34. But here's a huge stat, which is what we have not seen from a New York Rangers so far. 33 faceoffs won compared to Tampa's 22. They won 60% of the faceoffs this game.
Yes, they did.
Tampa has
big difference in this game.
That was one of the things. Tampa has not been amazing on the faceoff. Very similar to the Rangers, 40 to 50% on the faceoff win percentage. So that definitely plays into the Rangers' advantage because, listen, if we can win series only gaining 40% of faceoff wins at the most, I think we made a statement tonight. We were good on the faceoff. We were good in the offensive zone. We were great through the neutral zone, and we skated that fucking puck. We were making crisp passes, man, and we got those goals through the entire fucking roster. I mean, come on. From the first line, second line, the kid line, tremendous effort. Hedl with 2 fucking goals, dude. I wanted him to have a hat trick so bad. It's not even funny.
12 of 18 skaters had 1 point or more in this game.
Dude, all around, again, a team fucking effort. They play as a team. They win as a team. Okay? And then Tampa Bay with that last-minute ditch effort to get nasty, fucking stupid moron on his back. Okay? With the ref between them, and Reeves is just standing over him laughing like, yeah, dude, I'll fucking handle you like a prison yard bitch.
That's going to be something we remember for 10 years in the future. I'm telling you right now, that makes a statement going into game 2.
Yeah, it definitely does. I love the smiling Reeves while he's just fighting.
He just knows
so
no one can fuck with him on the ice. He's just dangerous. Dude, he's John Wick walking into a bar full of people holding guns on him. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm walking out of here. You guys aren't.
He's John Wick.
He is, bro. He is. I want him to fucking take a pencil out to the bench fucking game 2 and just wave it at them. A fucking pencil.
I thought you were going to do the whole Riddick thing where I'll kill you with my teacup.
I want to say that what I love the most about this playoff run is that we are seeing the kid line grow up and mature right in front of our eyes. Filipino with 2 more goals. He has 7. I think he has 7 goals so far in the postseason. He had 8 in the regular season.
Dude, Vetrano with another just excellent game, another goal. I mean, it's insane what this kid line is doing. Dude, the future is bright for this team, regardless of what happens this season. And all the experience they're getting in this playoff run, it is worth its weight in gold. Me and Dave were talking about it during the game. You cannot buy that type of experience.
It's already showing in the from the first 2 rounds. Look at this kid line. They put so much pressure. They were on the ice for such a long time for that first Filipino goal that they just eventually just pushed through, and they just got to go. Kako with a point, which was huge. Yep. Nick said he wanted a Kako point.
Dude, that setup that he had, dude, the handling the puck behind the net and setting up that goal was just fire, dude, just fire. Like the Rangers top to bottom dominated this game. They had full control in the offensive zone. They were making passes that we didn't see very much of in the Hurricane series. The Hurricane series was very hard-nosed, play it, get a lucky fucking opportunity to shoot it on goal, and hopefully it goes in. They didn't come often. And this game right here, and I don't think it's going to be like that the rest of the way through, but this game, they made a statement that if you give us room and you give us time and space, we're going to fucking hurt you.
And this is against Andre fucking Vasilevsky.
Yep.
We're talking about right now.
Yep. Dude, absolutely. The Garden Faithful chanting that Igor's better is just he is. We have the best fucking goalie in the league. Hands down.
The world.
Really is.
We have to capitalize on this big time. Okay? Dude, he's shaking off shots through traffic as if they're nothing. Like he's fucking bored out there.
And I just want to bring it up now. What was that Stamkos play not goalie interference?
I think they missed it, even though the ref was right behind the net. Clearly missed it. It's definitely goalie interference, I think, especially the follow through. He obviously is controlling the puck. Shesterkin's controlling the puck there, and he follows through with the stick, catches him in the head. I'm actually a little surprised at Trouba for not grabbing Stamkos and fucking dropping him. You know what I mean? I think it would have been well worth it, especially there. Even if you take a penalty, who gives a shit? You make a statement. You're going to come into that crease, you're going to get fucking injured.
I just want to point out one thing. It just hit me. I've been up since 2:30 in the morning, so I'm not as sharp as I normally am. But did anybody else did anybody else get tickets?
No.
What?
To the gun show? Because TJ, what the fuck, guy?
I said that in the pre-show.
Dude, I'm pumped up.
I was like a young macho man.
I told him
I was
that
doing
he
12-ounce curls the whole time.
I said he flexed and the sleeves fell off, apparently.
He looks like a young macho man.
Oh, yeah. The cream rises to the top.
And the cream of the crop. The cream of the crop was the New York Rangers.
You know what I love about Reeves though in that situation is like, so the best goon we've ever had since him, I would say, is Sean Avery. Sean Avery was.
Sean Avery's not a goon. He's not a goon. He's a gentleman and a scholar. All right, he's a dear friend of ours.
All right, yeah, he is. But,
How dare you?
But the thing
Sean Avery follows us on Twitter.
Definitely an agitator.
When Avery got agitated, he got emotional. Reeves just knows no one can fuck with him, and it's the best thing to have on the Rangers ice.
He is 100% like a Ty Domi, but with more fucking size and just like more pure, unabated muscle. You know what I mean? He just knows that no one's getting in his head, no one's getting in his kitchen, and he could probably take on half that team by himself without question, without a problem, and cause a lot of people to go to the hospital.
I mean, him versus Pat Maroon, I'm taking Reeves every second.
Every fucking dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what you said before, 12 Rangers, 12 out of 18 skaters got a point. Could you guys name the ones who did not get a point?
Patrick Nemeth.
He has had a point in quite some time.
Miller?
But guys who were on the ice, who do you think it was?
Miller?
No, Miller had a point.
Trouba.
He did assist.
Trouba.
No, Trouba. Wait, let me check. Trouba had a point and an assist.
Oddly enough, probably Igor did not have a point tonight.
Well, he's not a skater.
Well, we don't consider him a skater.
No, well, I mean, in the playoff
Good
run,
draw.
he's had several points. So, I mean, come on.
More
Yeah,
than just
Biz,
Hands down
nasty.
the boy.
Biz is happy about that one.
Yeah, he's got 3. He's got 3 so far this playoffs.
Good
So
draw.
you guys want to take one more shot?
Good draw.
Goodrow is correct. Goodrow did not get one.
I'm gonna say
Tyler Mott
Mott, correct.
Cop.
and Reeves.
Top had a point.
Did he?
Reeves.
Reeves is 3. You got 3 more to go.
Strome, who missed 2 fucking shots himself. He should have had 2 goals.
Strom is 1, and the other 2 are defensemen. So
Oh, Braun
yep.
and
Shit.
Schneider.
Lindy.
Yeah.
Schneider?
Lindy
Yeah,
and Schneider. There's actually 7 guys, so it was 12 to 18. There's 19 guys. I don't know, but you guys got them. But you were right. It was Lindy, Schneider, Braun, Strome, Reeves, and Mott and Goodrow.
And shout out to Lindgren for taking another big hit and getting right back up.
Absolutely,
Guys,
warrior,
tough as nails, man. Tough
dude.
as nails.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if there's the league has to come up with an award, like a fucking Band-Aid award for, most battered player that powers through, because I mean that's worth the MVP in my book.
Or an Iron Man award or something.
Absolutely,
100%.
Hart trophy. Oh, wait, there already is a Hart trophy.
It's for that has Igor's name written all over it.
Yeah.
I meant
yeah.
I meant HEART.
Yeah, the other heart. The strong heart, I guess. I don't know, but you have obviously the kid line was crucial in this. I was just talking about TJ with this before about one of my favorite points of this game was that power play goal by Mika, where it was the same exact shot 3 times in a row, and he finally just fucking netted.
Dude, it reminiscent of just them feeding Ovechkin, what the Capitals do. It's
But
just
I gotta say,
feed him and let him rip it. And I mean, the fact that the commentators are commenting on what mile per hour those shots are, it's just he's sitting up at the point waiting to let it rip, and they just keep feeding him, and he's gonna get those goals, especially on the power play. This Rangers power play is fucking dominant. You cannot take a penalty against this team because they're gonna fucking put one in the net. They're gonna do it every time.
The penalty killer is great too.
Absolutely, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
just if you were gonna make a video of how to play playoff hockey from fucking start to finish, minute 1 to minute 60, and say this is how you play a well-rounded and execute a well-rounded game, this would be the fucking I would say the template of how to do it, because they just came out flying. They were winning the puck battles. They were winning up against the boards. They were winning the neutral zone races. They were cashing in on golden opportunities, which they needed to do, and they're burying the puck. Putting 6 goals in is exactly what you want to do. And I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, and I'm not trying to jinx us at all, but going against whoever comes out of the West, you're going to have to score 5 to 6 goals a night, minimum. And the Rangers made that fucking statement and said, we're here to fucking play. We're here to put up points. We're here to dominate.
Dave, how much do you think that's rink rust on Vasilevsky now, having not played the last 9 days?
Oh, well, since the ESPN announcers made that very clear, it must have that. I mean, that's the reason they lost. The Rangers are gonna lose this series. Nah, fuck all that shit.
I agree. Nonsense, dude.
Those are bullshit.
Those are goals that are going in every fucking time.
That they would spend that much time talking about how they had 9 days off when the Rangers just came off of a Game 7 where they absolutely blew a very good hockey team out, and then they came in and blew a better hockey team out. It blows my mind that they would spend time talking about that when you're well rested. No one knew what the advantage was there. No one knew.
Lewis,
Honestly,
you're going to hear it 50 times in the pregame on ESPN. You're going to hear it 50 times. Over under how many times we're going to hear 9 days rest and now 18 wins after a loss. You're going to hear it over and over and over again because everybody's against the Rangers. Everybody wants to make excuses as to why they fucking keep winning. But the reason they keep winning is they play like a team. They put together tremendous games. And again, in the first series and in the second series against the Hurricanes, they've had some lows. They've come out slow. They've come out soft and playing on their heels, and that's not what they need to do. They need to come out right away. Once they put a puck in the back of the net, I feel like they start to get right on the toes, right on the edge of their skates, and start playing the puck forward, and they don't look back, and that's what they need to do. They need to not worry about playing on the heels and playing that defensive because they have that in the bag. It's ingrained in their fucking heads to block shots when they can, to get some fucking bodies in front and move players out of the way so Igor can see the shots coming in, because if he can see the puck, he's stopping that puck. It doesn't matter. You can have fucking Chara in his prime shooting 105-mile-an-hour slap shots. If he can see it, it's not going in the net.
And shout out Luis Rivera. Thanks for the comment. That was TJ answering Luis Rivera's question.
It says Luis, white guys. Like Mendoza.
Sorry, Luis. I apologize.
Forgive all whiteness.
I seriously,
Sorry,
I
the
can't
half white
stand,
part of me said it, Luis.
I can't stand these ESPN announcers. I can't stand the ESPN camera angles. If someone that is somehow connected to ESPN, can you please tell them to fuck the right off out of hockey?
They're doing it on purpose, bro. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. When the Rangers went up 3-2, I forget what's his face said, the Rangers are again up by 3. It's like, wait a second. They've never been up by 3. They're not up by 3 now. This is the first time anybody has 3 fucking goals in the game. So where is this statement? How do you fuck that up? It's just,
and then there was
enamored with fucking stats and statistics that they can't handle.
Did you guys recognize in the intermission that analyst they had in the back? He's talking about Kreider's goal, and he called it an empty net goal.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch the intermission. I was actually watching the match. Not that was very entertaining, but it was more entertaining listening to ESPN break down a fucking NHL game. They should stick to what they know, just shitting on fucking NBA teams and trying to bring politics into fucking sports, because they do not know hockey.
I wasn't listening to it either, but my dad brought it up, and I was like, well, I believe it.
I hope your dad threw a full beer at the fucking TV. Like, fuck them. Fuck this TV. They sullied it.
Well, TJ, while you're on the topic of golf, how was the match? Was it any good?
And who won? So Brady and Aaron Rodgers won on the 18th hole. They put one to the back of the 18th green, or par 3. Gorgeous course in Vegas. I think we're going to need to make a trip.
With the win, that's the win. The win. I actually stayed at the win once, and I
stayed there
from my room. It's fucking gorgeous, that course.
Dude. Yeah. I'm in whenever you boys want to make that trip.
You can play pretty much whenever, because nobody goes to play because it's 2,000 degrees outside.
And it's Las Vegas. It's better things to do.
It's between $500 and $800 to play around there. So, yeah. I mean,
did you guys also see Aaron Rodgers throwing shade at Patrick Mahomes' brother?
No, did he?
Yes,
oh my God, I missed that.
I did see that, Dave.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Because it was like a social media question or something, like, what's your favorite social media? And he said, he was like, well, I liked Twitter back in the day when Twitter was cool, but Patty clearly likes TikTok because it runs in the family. And I was like, there's no way he just said that.
That was amazing.
It's justified, dude. That kid is the biggest douchebag, no talent brother in the history of sports. I mean, like,
sucks. It sucks too, because Patrick Mahomes is actually a really good dude, and he doesn't deserve all that backlash on. Like, I mean,
his wife and his brother.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Luis,
well,
I agree with you 100%.
I appreciate it.
I agree with you 100%. The fall from grace ESPN has had, where they were the name of sports. They were where you went to. I remember, especially when I got my first apartment, coming home from a late night of work, doing a little OT, throwing the TV on and just watching Sports Center, just hearing that dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, and watching all the MLB plays and stuff like that. Dude, it was something you went to. It was the go-to to get your fix of sports, and now it's just shit. It's just awful. It's so woke, it's broke. And
there goes our contract with ESPN.
Fuck it,
I would never accept a contract from ESPN. I'd rather fucking continue to work my job and live my menial life and be happy than fucking try to work for a company that pushes agenda more than they push fucking sports. The reason why, and it doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on. I really don't give a shit. I can have a conversation with anybody about anything, but when you try to force your opinions on people that are there for an outlet, you're there to watch sports. You're there to escape the fucking monotony of the world, the shit that happens in the world. If I wanted to hear all the fucking garbage and the problems with this fucking planet, I would watch the news. And I do not watch the news because I don't need to know how shitty the fucking world is that we live in. It's garbage. I don't need to hear all this fucking nonsense. Okay? And it seemed that right around when the NFL started taking a knee and all the shit that was going on, they jumped right in on the bandwagon and just wanted to push this fucking woke, agenda-driven, bringing light to everything other than sports. Dude, just tell me the fucking score. Show me the big plays. Show me somebody getting a rock coming across the middle in the NFL, and that's it. That's what I want to see. I bring Chris Berman back in with the fucking just the fucking plays of the week in the NFL. Bring back the dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, and all the Gold Glove amazing catches that they have in the MLB. That's all I want to see. I do not
bring back the web gems. Bring back baseball tonight.
That's it.
It all started going downhill when they got rid of baseball tonight.
I agree with you. And let's shout out Chris Lee. Thanks for tuning in. Victory. Let's fucking go Rangers. We're with you. No mercy, never trail again. We hope that's true. Let's fucking go Rangers. We appreciate it.
It's sad that I'm sitting here like, oh man, I feel like we need a little fucking back on our heels, must-win situations because I mean we've made it our home.
I'm not used to this. I'm not
used to that. I'm used to that, having that back against the wall. We're gonna have to fucking drive the Trouba train through a couple of your players and bury that puck any dirty way we can to get that victory. And for them to come out the way they came out tonight was just this is playoff hockey, and this is where you fucking settle down, you grit your teeth, and you just start fucking going. No stopping the Rangers. You keep this fucking puck going downhill all day in the offensive zone. You bury that puck every opportunity you get. Pucks on net. That's all you need to do, and keep cashing in on the power play. That's it. That's what we need to do, and that penalty kill is going to continue to step up and do what they do and not let pucks even get to Igor.
Exactly. And just shout out Luis again. Yes, web gems. Baseball tonight, NFL Live with Chris Berman, Tom Jackson. I used to love that. That was so good. You know what he used to do? Like, who's your mama? Who's your mama? What was his name? CJ.
TJ Hushmanzada.
Who's your mama? Hushmanzada. I used to love Chris Berman.
It's who's you say Hushmanzada, I say Hushmanzada.
Yeah, that was a good one too. That was great. Baseball time was awesome. The web gems. I used to wait up nights to watch who was number one web gem. Like if I saw a Yankee player make a great play, I'm like, I want to know where they're at in the web gem.
And it would never be on web gems because they'd never give a web gem to a Yankee.
The Yankee. It was always a I was like, what the fuck? That catch was amazing.
See, I remember in high school talking about baseball tonight. They used to do going, gone or something like that. I can't remember what the home run segment was. Yeah, and they used to show cartoons of like Bonds and Giambi and like the other home run hitters of the time, and that was like the intro was like a cartoon version of Giambi or Bonds cranking out a homer.
That was similar to when NHL. It was when it was called NHL on the Fly. Did Light the Lamp.
Yeah,
and that was like, as growing up as a kid, that was my favorite thing to watch. Every morning, I would wake up, eat Eggo waffles or whatever the fuck, and just sit there and stare at every single goal, and it was just awesome. And it feels like just sports coverage has gone to shit now.
Yeah, it has. And the ESPN, it's gone downhill. The reason why ESPN is really getting killed is because you get your highlights online now, Twitter, Instagram. You get them immediately now. You don't have to wait. They're going to talk Yankees in 20 minutes. It doesn't happen anymore. So it's kind of killing ESPN. They're trying to do something different, try to make them be something better, but they're just not. It's just not there anymore.
You don't need to focus on the news. You don't need to know what's going on in the world. I want to know what's going on in the world of sports. End of story.
And
I already gave up on politics because everyone that gets involved in that they just sound stupid.
Yeah, I agree with you. And TJ's guns are distracting.
I'm done.
Look, Dave can't even concentrate on his comment he's trying to make.
It's a quality comment from some random viewer.
Some random Thomas Doyle Jr. I wonder who that is. Chris Lee, they used to do them weekly. Yeah, that was fun. Chris Lee also says he liked watching the old head-to-head home run derbies of Mantle and Mays. That was an ESPN classic. That was
great. It was 9 innings of just two dudes just going yard.
Yeah, it was great. And then Luis says one more comment. Anyone get a deja vu of Game 1 Montreal? Yeah, kind of. Except for Kreider did not kill Vasilevsky today, so that's the only difference.
It's true, dude. But you know what? We drilled a hole in Vasilevsky. He's going to be playing scared now. I'm surprised he didn't get pulled. just for
Yeah.
the
Surprised too.
headspace, the getting them out of that game because the game is gone. Especially when they went up 6-2. I thought he would have got yanked, but they leave him in there, which I respect. Let him get through that game. Let him learn from it 100%. But you've seen it all playoff long. Even the Rangers have done it with Igor to just kind of get him out of there and make that statement of you got to be better. Wake the fuck up. Ride the pine.
TJ,
learn from it.
Did they pull him in the Penguin series? ESPN mentioned it about 5,000 fucking times.
I think it was 5,003.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break from talking New York Rangers hockey just to give a quick scoreboard update. Mets win 5-0 today. Carlos Carrasco, good story.
There we go.
His father. Oh, I guess Dave's a Met fan. We didn't know that. We would never let him on the show.
I am, yeah.
I'm just kidding, Dave.
Sorry for your loss, Dave.
Carlos Carrasco, they celebrated the Johan Santana 10-year anniversary. He finally first time his father got to see him.
10-year anniversary. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry, the Johan Santana one-hitter.
Oh, the one where Carlos Beltran got a hit that we all saw? Cool.
Yeah, it was a one-hitter. They celebrated the 10-year anniversary. Mets win. Cool story. Carlos Carrasco, first time his father got to see him in the stands, play a baseball game, and
That's awesome. That's
really cool.
That is 100%. I mean, every father gets to witness that when they see their son or daughter play a sport. It doesn't matter that. I mean, on the big stage in the show is obviously tremendous, but I mean, every time I go to watch my son play t-ball or coach pitch now this year, it's always like one of those, like you feel proud. And every time my son gets a hit or makes a play in the field, it's just like right here.
Oh, absolutely.
Hits home. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine what that's like with 40,000 fans cheering you on. That's tremendous.
So the Mets are improved to 35-17. Like I said before, Carlos Carrasco gets the win. They sweep the Nationals. The Mets, I think they might have 11-game lead in the NL East now because of that.
Wow.
But just going, Dodgers are losing right now 8-2. They're probably going to lose. Then the top of 9, Rays are tied 2-2. Bottom 9th, 2 on, 2 outs for the Rangers. Going around the league, Astros win. Justin Verlander actually almost had a no-hitter. Would have been his 4th in his career. He didn't get that though. And Nick just had the lights go out on him.
Oh.
He's not in New York.
Bedtime.
So
get in your bunk.
Get
in your bunk, soldier.
There it is. I'm in New York. I'm just not in my home, obviously.
You are. You're just not in the city.
Freedom depends on you getting a good night's sleep.
Marlins lose 13-12. Red Sox win after losing yesterday to the Reds. The Red Sox lost to the fucking Reds yesterday. That was hilarious. That's embarrassing. And
is that Chris Y2J Jericho?
It is.
Father played for the Rangers.
I thought that was Chris. I thought that was Chris Elliott.
No, so I got a book. I got a book. Check this out.
And then tomorrow night, NBA Finals start. Celtics versus Warriors. Let's go Warriors because fuck Boston, and that was a huge boom of lightning right outside my house right now. That was pretty fucking loud. Hopefully they'll wake the baby. Let's go Warriors. And then speaking of this, we want to talk about this lastly, but after the Ranger game was the Western Conference Final yesterday. Avalanche win 8-6. Did you guys catch this game?
Absolutely no.
It was just nonstop scoring. It was just tremendous goals after tremendous goals. It's all offense. That's all it is. It's just pure offense. Just hard skating, moving the puck quick, and getting in the offensive zone and just ripping it at the net.
Yeah,
and I think based on the goalies from the Eastern Conference Final, that's why a lot of people are predicting that if whoever wins the Eastern Conference Final is going to end up winning the Stanley Cup because they're the only teams that have any type of defense. And it does come down solely to the goalie because I really don't think our back check is that good.
I agree.
Our defenders can score 100%. Our defenders can score, but as far as getting the puck out of the defensive zone, they fucking suck.
Listen. Tampa Bay did their absolute best to create those stretch passes and to try to get behind the defense. And they did a couple times, but they just can't cash in because that's what happens when you have an elite goalie in the crease.
Like you said, our defenseman can score, but the difference is our goalie can win. He is going to be he's going to bring us there. He is going to be the reason I'm going to say if, so I don't jinx anything. Everyone listening, not jinxing anything. If we pull this off,
if we win the next 3 games,
Igor Shesterkin is going to be the reason that we win the Stanley Cup.
Absolutely. Yeah, I 100%. That was one of the reasons why I said early on when we did a New York Ranger playoff preview was the Rangers could go deep because they have that goalie and they have the ability to get hot. If you have that goalie that could stop anything, once your team steps up a little bit, you gotta get some goal scoring. We'll figure out the offense. But when you have a guy like that taking care of the net, it's a positive for your team. There's no doubt about it.
If you're banking on soft goals and just throwing pucks in the net and going in, the Eastern Conference goalies, especially the two goalies left right now, you're not getting those goals. If they can see it, they're stopping it. You have to fucking earn every single one. There's going to be no fucking glory hole, five hole little slip in bullshit pucks behind the goal line. It's not happening. It's not happening against Vasilevsky. It's not happening against Igor. None of that is going to happen. And I think that's the ultimate statement between the East Coast right now and the West Coast. The West Coast has the speed and they have the shooting ability 100%, and they get more shots on goal. But when you have just that elite level of goalie, that goaltender that's stopping with a save percentage of 0.925 or more, you're not getting 7, 8, 9 a night. It's not going to happen.
No, definitely.
Offense wins games. Defense wins championships. Everyone knows that.
Yes, I agree with you there. So just wanted to bring up, we have a couple questions. Oh, Chris Lee just mentioned the Yankees did get rained out. Yankees did get rained out. They actually split over the weekend against the Rays. Had a couple injuries. Matt Carpenter came back, looks like Magnum PI, which is amazing. Hit a couple homers so far, one at home, one on the road. So Yankees keep rolling. They won yesterday against the Angels, dominated Noah Syndergaard. You're welcome, Met fans. That's for you, Dave. 9-1 win. They banged up Noah Syndergaard for hurting the Mets fan because the Mets have little brothers. So, Yankees got to take care of it. You hurt our little brother's feelings.
All right.
We'll take care of it.
As far as I'm concerned, this is a Rangers podcast.
Come on.
Yes. Right.
We have to take our opportunity to tussle your hair a little bit and be like, it's all right, buddy.
Your little brother.
Hey, no. If you guys want to blame my dad for something, blame him for that.
Listen, I've said it before. I'll say it again.
He thought of third period bourbons. We can't bust his shot.
Absolutely no. He's a legend. I mean, I got to get a picture of your father and just throw it back there somewhere, next to the whiskey.
I'm gonna say if the Rangers win this series, I will be home in New York for the entirety of the Stanley Cup final.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to go. I think we're gonna have to clear out the bank accounts, boys.
I mean, I'm an E3 in the Marine Corps, so I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see.
Listen, there's plenty of corners you can work in Manhattan to make a couple dollars real quick. Don't worry about it. We'll show you this.
Started OnlyFans.
Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Dave, don't feel bad. I'm an E7 in the Army, and I can't afford to go to the game, so I ain't either.
Dude, none of us can afford. That's what they've invented credit cards for. 100%. That's exactly why they invented credit cards, because at the time it feels great, and then the next month you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
No, sorry, I'm an E4 on the softball field, so don't worry about it.
No, so my girlfriend actually, she said to me this morning, she was like, I was looking at tickets because I'm only 3.5 hours away from Tampa, and she said to me, she goes, I was looking at Tampa tickets, but the minimum price is $400, and I literally said, I was like, okay, listen, I don't want to be around you when the Rangers lose. Do you think I want to be around Tampa fans?
So
like,
my brother-in-law,
I don't ever want to be in that atmosphere where I'm just like, I feel like I have to fight.
Yeah.
And when you're messing with my hockey team, I don't usually fight, but that's a reason.
My brother-in-law was like, his father lives in Tampa, and he was like, the Rangers fucking win game 7. I might just take, he was talking to my sister, and he goes, I might take your brother. We're going down to Tampa. We're going to go catch a game. And then they won game 7, and now I'm at beautiful Fort Drum for the next 2 weeks. So there goes my chance to go watch them play in Tampa.
Hey, at least you're at a better base than I am, because
the night that they
probably gonna snow tomorrow. Definitely
going into game 7, I was just sending screenshots to my dad, like, dude, $275 a ticket. I was like, I'll pay for you if you drive, because you're gonna have to try to get me back for work. I was like, but worst case scenario, I'll bang out of work. It's not a big deal. I mean, this is real life shit. I mean, work, going to see the Rangers, fucking, that's some real life action.
No,
And-
realistically, I will take out a personal loan if I'm home and they're in the Stanley Cup final. I will.
We're gonna go watch the Reds do the Frogs in Paris.
And I think my dad would do the same thing,
The
honestly.
mighty red.
I tell you what, if you're home during the Stanley Cup final, we'll get a watch party somewhere. If they're
100%.
If they make it, I don't mean to. I don't want to jinx anything, but if
Hey,
they
we're
do,
saying if.
we'll do a watch party.
Nick,
for sure.
I think you just Nick,
Yeah.
I think you just got our meme for the night. By the way, that scene, 100%. That's the meme. I'll get on that. I'll get on that tomorrow morning, Rook.
What's the Rangers? What's the Rangers win song? My baby takes the
morning rain.
Dude, I watched that episode this morning. I was literally just thinking about that today too.
Oh man!
Oh, fucking tremendous.
Hockey hooligans.
Pretty
All right,
good.
well,
Pretty damn good.
I know we're talking a lot of hockey right now, but we do have to do our quick golf picks here. I know we're switching up. We're going from topic to topic, trying to do the best we can. 'Cause this is a mixture of Rangers podcast / our
Yeah,
usual
we
Scoreboard
forewent
Addicts
the
podcast.
normal podcast night because we knew it was going to be all about hockey. I told these boys yesterday, I was like, not for nothing. I understand we got a sports podcast to get to, but I don't give a fuck about anything else that's going on in the world. Fucking the Russians could be invading from the north. China could be invading from the south. If the game is still on, I don't fucking care. I'll load up the guns after the fucking game.
If the Russians invaded from anywhere, you wouldn't be watching the game because Panarin and Shesterkin their sleeper cells would turn on and we'd be fucked. Okay.
Not
You
Panarin.
think it's Relax is the song that triggers them?
Hey, after last year, you wouldn't have to worry about Panarin. He'd be on our side.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he would be.
Absolutely.
Definitely would be.
Only to find out it was all a ruse.
Yeah.
A cunning attempt to trick us.
All right, well, Dave and Nick, we're just gonna say a quick. You guys don't want to stay for the golf stuff, right?
No, I got to get to sleep anyway. I got to be up in 4 hours.
All right,
All
so
right,
real
Nick,
quick,
we'll see
keys to game 2.
Whoa,
Again,
whoa,
back
dude.
at the Garden.
Wait. We're gonna do the golf picks. Dave, stick around.
Absolutely.
Nick, if you want to wait, we're only gonna do is like 5 minutes. We don't have much.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Dave, stick around. Nick, stick around. Me and TJ to do a little golf pick, and then we'll get to our keys to victory for game 2. So, really quick,
Another big week for the podcast. A couple cashes again. I mean, if you're following us, if you're riding with us, you are absolutely making money this year with the PGA. And if you're not, you're doing something fucking wrong.
Sam Burns was plus 2,900 going into Charles Schwab. And then we also had Jordan Spieth. He didn't have great odds. It was only like plus 150 something.
Dude,
like that.
Harold Varner down the wire was like really
that
like
would've
getting
been-
my heart fucking palpitating because plus 4,300 and he's in the fucking mix. He had a bad run at the end.
Yeah.
Bad back nine. He fucking fell off tremendously. It hit hard, and that's golf. But I mean, being in the mix at plus 4,300, having a chance for a win. I mean, I was just sitting there seething.
And then Tony Finau made the top 10. That was a random pick of mine.
Yeah.
And that was, I think he was plus 450.
You are a fanatic.
I am
fanatic.
a fanatic. We always have to say it twice whenever we do that. But my picks this week, so I'm going a long shot here. I'm going Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed is plus 4,800. He's played well last week. He played the week before PGA Championship. He played pretty well. You also have this course he's actually pretty familiar with. He's actually played pretty well. Last 2 years, top 2, I think a top 5 finish and a top 10 finish. So Patrick Reed's my long shot plus 4. I know he's been shaky this year, hasn't not been that great, but if you want a long shot, plus 4,800 is pretty damn good for
100%. 100%, especially if he's in the mix. I mean, you're talking about cash out potential on FanDuel.
Oh, yeah.
Early
He's in the mix. Yeah.
cash out. I mean, talking about making a little bit of money. If he can get up in there, especially going into Sunday morning in the top 5, dude, there's money to be made there.
100%. My other 2 picks are going to be Matthew Fitzpatrick plus 2,400 and Will Zalatoris plus 2,600. Will Zalatoris has been in the mix the last couple of weeks, and I'm thinking, maybe he'll break through here. And then I'm gonna get my top 10. So, TJ, you do your picks. I'll get my top 10.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have like a real sexy high stakes pick. I like Rory McIlroy. He's just sitting there waiting to break through. He's only plus 1,100. He's the second favorite going into this match at Memorial. So I like Rory McIlroy plus 1,100. And the other guy I'm taking is Jordan Spieth at plus 1,800. A little bit more bang for your buck. But again, another guy that's been in the mix, another guy that's playing solid and absolutely has the ability to just run it wire to wire.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 picks to win. That's who I'm taking with money. Again, not sexy picks, but I mean, there's money to be made out there. And if those guys can do it, and I think they both have the ability to do it 100%. So that's what I'm riding with. And then with my top 10, I absolutely love Jason Day, plus 500 to make the top 10. He's has a little bit of a reemergence this year. He's back to playing solid golf. I think Jason Day can make a statement here, throw a little money on him. And then just for the fuck of it, just because I want to see him get back in the mix, Bryson DeChambeau plus 600 to make the top 10. Golf is better when you have that, let him be the bad guy. Let him fucking try to drive every green. Let him play the fuck out there and chip it on, even if it's from the rough. If you can put the ball 60 yards from the green on par 4s, who gives a shit? All it is a little wedge in. And I absolutely love when Bryson DeChambeau is at the top of the game and hearing all these other players say, oh, anybody can fucking, gain 60 pounds of muscle and mass and put the ball out there in the rough and then try to you fucking do it. We heard it all from fucking everybody. And then what did he do at Winged Foot when he took down that major? He was fucking chipping from rough that people couldn't get the ball out of. A 6-inch deep rough, and he made it look simple and easy. And he's tremendous with the flat stick. He's very consistent with the flat stick. So I would absolutely like to see Bryson DeChambeau climb back up into the leaderboard and make golf interesting again, especially with, the loss of Tiger, him withdrawing from the PGA championship. And you need somebody to stir the pot a little bit. You need the straw that stirs the drink. And Bryson DeChambeau, if he can get back up into that top seed, those top spots, being in the mix, I think he makes golf way much more fun to watch.
Yeah, and he's had a pretty bad year so far. I mean, plus 600.
Yeah, I mean, listen, multiple injuries, surgery.
Yeah.
I know it's a long shot, plus 600. I mean, it's just because I'm trying to will it. Will it to me, Riggs. I'm trying to get it out there into the universe because I think golf is way more fun when you have those characters out there to root for or root against.
Yes, I agree. And so with my guys, so just so everyone knows, I do this every week. If I pick someone to be a winner, I also like them, obviously, a top 10. So if you don't trust me as well to put a bet on someone to win, just do a top 10 bet as well. So just for my guys that I have, Matthew Fitzpatrick plus 230, Will Zalatoris plus 270, and then Patrick Reed plus 360, which are all very good odds. Just be in the top 10, be in the mix on Sunday. So if you don't like my winner picks, then at least go with that. My top 10 pick is going to be, I'm going to go defending champion Patrick Cantley plus 165. Not tremendous odds, but he's been here before. He's won already. I'm going to go with him. And I'm also going to go with, I'm doing low odds here. These not long shots. I'm going to go Cam Smith plus 185, top 10 as well.
Okay.
And those are my two.
Solid picks. Both guys should be there in the mix.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Try to make a little bit of money, especially if you're spreading it around with the wins. It's always nice to come back at least even though, like you said, it's low odds, plus 165. You make you $65 in every 100 you bet. But it's just, listen, if you can walk away from any type of betting tournament and walk away even and make some money back, that's a win in my book. But again,
I agree.
This segment brought to you by Piper Golf. Use our promo code SCORE10 on our purchase. Awesome golf balls. Nick hitting fairways the last time we played. More fairways I've ever seen him in his life. Rocking the Piper greens. I was playing the gold and black. I'm still playing the gold and black. That's a statement. We ordered the mix pack. Got 3 balls of each. The blue, the green, the black, and the gold. And I'm still sitting on all 3 of my black and all 3 of my gold. Haven't lost them yet. That is a testament to keeping those balls in the fairway or at least in play, find them in the rough, and getting them to the green. Piper Golf. Check them out.
Yeah, go to piper.golf for the website. Promo code SCORE10. I used them recently to pitch and putt, and I actually did pretty well. I don't usually do very well when it comes to pitching and putting, and Piper Golf helped me out. I did the Piper Blues because I know we did the green with Nick. You did the black and golds. I'm probably in the blue area when it comes to golfing because they have each golf ball set to what your type of golfer you are. Low.
Not to cut you off, Rook. I'll be right back. Those third period bourbons are starting to hit home. I have to hit the bathroom.
So those golf. I'm gonna bring everybody back, Dave in and Nick back as well. But just finishing my point on Piper Golf. The balls are based upon your experience, and look at Nick reading. Look at that. He's like LeBron James, faking that he's reading while he's getting ready to come back on. Yeah, basically every time you see LeBron James, it looks like Nick right now. But Piper Golf, the balls are especially made for what your handicap is and your skill level. So TJ is one of those black and gold type of guys. Nick's a green guy because he's well over 15 handicap. I'm around the blue greenish area.
Hey, I'm well over a 50 handicap.
Sorry.
Actually, no, my handicap dropped the last time I played when I played with Piper. Golf balls.
Piper, they're very
absolutely. You know what I say? Piper on the field, on the course. Piper off the course.
Yeah, exactly. Dave, do you golf at all or no?
I embarrassed myself at Topgolf, if that counts.
That definitely counts.
Does.
All right, yeah.
That's how I got my start.
TJ's leaving, and TJ's right. Those third period runs are starting to kick in. We're about 45 minutes in. So I'm going to let Nick and Dave take over. We're going to talk about keys to victory for game 2. So I'm going to peace out real quick, and then I'll be back.
One thing before we get into keys to victory, Luis asked, what do we think about the fighting at the end of the game? Obviously, Lightning getting a little chippy toward the end of the game because they're getting their asses beaten game 1 in a game I guess they felt pretty good about coming into. And that's just the nature of hockey. It's always going to happen. And it's no coincidence that Reeves is on the ice for that to happen. Like, Gerard Gallant's a smart guy. Turk's a smart dude. He's going to put Reeves on the ice at the end of the game where he knows it's going to get chippy. It's going to get, little cheap shots here and there. And it blew over. It blew over into a bigger thing than it needed to be. And, it is what it is. I mean, that's hockey. It's going to happen all the time. And you got to have guys like Reeves to make sure that when it does get chippy at the end, it's not it doesn't hurt too bad. You can enforce the fact that
nobody's going to try to take a complete shot at somebody because Reeves, as you saw, can get through any ref in his way and fucking throw some bombs and make you pay the price.
And absolutely, Luis, Reeves was smiling as he usually is. I think my favorite moment for Ryan Reeves this season was, I can't remember who the rookie was, but I believe we were playing a Canadian team. I can't remember.
Montreal.
We were playing Montreal.
Reeves' first fight, and he absolutely ragdolled this dude.
He drops his gloves, and it looked like the entire arena looked at that kid like, do you know who that is? Like, you picked the wrong guy to have it. It was the kid's first fight. And they were like, really? You picked him to pick a fight with? Like, are you stupid? And it's funny because Reeves he smiled. He was like, really? You want to fight me? Okay. And he dropped his gloves. And the kid was just like, should I not have done this? Because he took about 3 or 4 seconds to fucking approach Reeves. Reeves was like, come on, kid. You want us to go? Let's go. Come on. And he went over, got his ass beat. And I believe it was after that fight that Reeves turns around and he did that what's now kind of a famous get up motion that we've kind of been rallying around this whole season.
Well, it's not a good look when you look over to the Montreal bench and the medical trainer is picking up his bag of goodies to get ready for the fucking massacre that's about to happen.
So going off of Luis's comment, do you think it was a good idea to fight? I absolutely think it's a good idea to fight. Number one, because Tampa started it.
Yep.
And you always want to be the one to finish it. And number two, if that scoreboard wasn't enough to make a statement, it's the fact that Tampa started that, and then we finished the scrappiness too, where you had Reeves smiling. It just doubles onto that.
You're not going to try to intimidate this team. You're not going to think that you're going to get chippy and intimidate anybody on that ice because it's not happening. Especially with Ryan Reeves standing there knowing that it's like, dude, if you guys want to line up one by one, we can just go center ice. I'll just dispatch one after the other.
And both things that I just mentioned, the scoreboard and the fight at the end of the game, we are not to be fucked with. We are a good hockey team. We are a deep hockey team.
Yeah. Yep. Ryan Reeves basically looks at your team and goes, I'll give you summer teeth. Some are here, some are there.
Yes, sir.
Take off, hoser.
That's it, dude. Ryan Reeves, fucking supporting dentist everywhere.
Absolutely.
So what?
Nolan Rizzo says, "What a fucking game! How about that kid line? I mean, the whole team looked like a unit. First string goalie who?" I guess that's
you know what? It's just
Vasilevsky.
that kid line. You can't sleep on them, and it's just so fucking impressive that this team can lean on that line, the third line, and get so much just offense out of them and so much production out of them. Just it's you don't see that, especially with guys that are rookies or fucking pretty damn close to rookies. You cannot sleep, and you cannot not pump that up enough because it's tremendous. That effort from that line is just non-stop. And I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting for Lafreniere to start cashing in, putting the puck in the net. He's got plenty of assists in the last 3 series, but it's just they're a workhorse. You can lean on them all game, and a team will lean on the first and second line, and the third and fourth line are there just to kind of eat up some time and give everybody else a rest. But that third line, the production that they get out of these young kids, it's tremendous. You don't see that. You don't see that anywhere else in the league. No other team has the third line that OP in the league, and I think in the history of the NHL, it's just I'm fucking enamored by them.
No, but Nick, you mentioned the starting goalie, but the new narrative is 9 days off, so you got to stick to that.
Yeah. Luis says, didn't they have 9 points combined? They had 5 points combined. Luis Lafreniere had 2 points for his assists. Kakko had 1, and then Hedl had 2 on his.
Very good start for my take last podcast.
Dude, and Lafreniere got in the mix a little bit in the beginning of the third period, a little scrappiness, and he's also just sitting there smiling and laughing as he's giving everybody a little face wash. You know what I mean? That's exactly what you want to see. No one on that ice is getting intimidated. Nobody is scared to get out there and get fucking physical. I love it. Dude, it's East Coast hockey. It's Rangers hockey. And it's just, oh my God. Dude, talk about going from 6 to midnight the entire game.
Hey, Luis, no need to apologize, brother. We're all Rangers fans. It's all gravy, baby. It's like popcorn. Everybody loves it, and there's always a room for extra.
Yeah, don't worry. We all make mistakes. I don't even pronounce everyone's name correctly.
I'm surprised he can even say Lafreniere.
I'm surprised I could say Lafreniere. I'm surprised I could say Hedl.
I'm surprised you didn't take Benzahout in one of your PGA picks.
I'm pretty sure.
He's not playing this week.
Oh, okay.
Rook, I'm pretty sure you've called Hedl Chidel at some point.
I've done that. I've done that earlier in the season.
No, I definitely at one point I was like, what happened to that guy Hedl they drafted? They keep showing this Cheeto guy.
He's got 7 goals in the motherfucking playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This team is just, how do you not absolutely love them?
So keys to game 2.
Yeah.
Well, before we go to the keys, Luis is loving the show. Thank you, Luis. We really do appreciate it. We love the comments. If anyone's watching, please comment all you want. We love it. We love interacting with our fans. Anyone who listens, we love interacting with you and talking. Any questions, we'll handle it during the show. So we appreciate it, Luis. Someone on Twitter compared Lappin to Messier, and he says he totally sees it. What do you guys think?
I think it's high praise early on, but I'll take it. I mean, it's high praise. It's hard to say something. I mean, Messi isn't the whole thing.
Well,
so,
Nick just said everything I was thinking. It's high praise, but let's take it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, I don't think he's definitely not on the Messier level yet, but for a first round pick and for how young he is and how much he can continue to grow, high praise is worth it. He's in the mix. He's in every game. You're not going to see him even in a Rangers loss, even when they come out flat. The games that they came out flat against the Penguins, the games they came out flat against the Hurricanes. He is out there giving 110% every time, and that's all you need. You need a fucking gamer out there, and whether he's putting good passes out there, moving the puck, and getting on the stat sheet with assists, or just getting in everybody's face and throwing the body. He's a train. You're not stopping him. He's just all one way, and it's nonstop. As soon as that whistle blows, he's going to fucking go and give you his all the whole time. And you cannot discount that. That means a fucking shitload, whether he's on the stat sheet or not.
Agreed.
So keys to game 2. I just want to point out, obviously, I think the kid line continuing to dominate. That's a big key. And shout out to Gerard Gallant because he developed these kids to play.
Yeah,
I mean,
He did.
these guys were not doing this last year. They weren't.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, there were a couple of issues last year with injuries, things like that. But Dan, if he didn't put them in positions to be successful, and that's what a coach is supposed to, put guys in positions to be successful.
Thank you very much for the fucking awesome coach. Who was it? The Panthers that fired him?
No, the Knights, Golden Knights.
The Golden Knights. Sorry, the Golden Knights fired him halfway through a game.
Thing ever.
Right?
And fuck David Quinn. Fuck that guy.
And they hired Peter DeBoer after Gallant. He's already been fired. That's how bad.
Yep. Dude, Gerard Gallant is the real thing. You see him, he gives you exactly what you want to see on the bench. He's fired up. He's fucking yapping to the refs. And I love the fucking fact that he's not doing mid-game interviews with fucking anybody. Fuck that. We're in a game right now. Take your fucking microphone, shove it up your butthole. End of story. You're not getting any words from me. The only words you're going to hear from me is in the fucking post game. And if you want any comments during the game, it's going to be me shouting it at the fucking refs. I love it.
By the way,
No soundboard this week.
You saying butthole is hilarious.
You'll be whole.
Yeah, no soundboard this week, Nick, right? That's why you had
the old balloon knot.
I'm remote, man. I couldn't bring all that stuff with me. There's a limit to how
I
much
made a ding on that one.
Ding ding.
But big deal to me was Panarin getting a goal today. Hopefully, whatever funk he's in, that's the straw that lets the floodgates open and just freaking he gets back to being Panarin. I saw a lot better passes from him, and him and Fox actually had a lot better passes than they've had in the previous few games. The kid line, Panarin stepping up big. I'd like to see you still want to see Kreider and Zibanejad continue to be doing what they're doing. And then Barclay Goodrow is huge for this team.
Yep.
Defensively, heart-wise, him and Lindgren, just everything that they've done in this playoffs. To be playing injured, Goodrow had a fractured ankle. How the fuck is he skating right now? I can't walk when I stub my toe. This guy's got a fractured fucking ankle. All right, I'd be at the VA right now, being like, "Sorry, I need to get chaptered out." My ankle's
Dude, that's
fractured.
hockey, though. I mean, I forget who it was, but several years back, who was it that his heart stopped in the middle of the game on the bench, and they resuscitated him, and his first question was, "Did I miss a shift?" It's it's another level of. That's why I hate the NBA. That's why I hate fucking soccer. You're not getting that shit.
broke a nail and missed the game. I heard.
Dude, that's what I mean. You're not getting that kind of level of heart and like, oh, dude, but I'm alive now, so why am I not going back out there? Well, that's for a little bit. Yeah, I don't fucking care. I'm alive now.
That's the goalie that got his throat slit.
Yeah, what was that? Was that Arizona? Was that Phoenix?
Yep.
No, this is before Arizona. It was a hockey
It's
team.
happened multiple times.
This is back in. I'm talking about the one in '92, I think it was, or '93.
Yeah.
I want to say it was against the Sabres or something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could be wrong, but skate went up, slit his throat, and then the medic was a former Vietnam vet or something like that.
Yeah.
And
He
he
was
saved
a
his life.
former Army medic or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, wasn't that? No, that was a different game where. It was a Panthers player that got his throat slit.
But he gets up. The whole thing was basically like, I didn't want to die on the ice because my parents were watching the game. And he skates off the ice and he's bleeding to death. He played like 2 days later with stitches in his throat, like
Dude,
where his
insane.
carotid artery got severed.
Hockey players are a
sent
different
us tons
breed.
of pictures ever.
Dude, hockey players you just cannot fuck with. There's a
The
reason
best
why
sport-
they sit there
best
with
sport
their
in the world.
crooked smiles and their fucking missing teeth. You know what I mean? Dude. I mean, look at Ken Danico when he was. Every time he's on TV now, smiling with those beautiful pearly whites that got drilled up into his head post career. That's exactly what you get. It's like, I don't need these fucking teeth right now. I'll get nice, beautiful, well paid for dentistry done after I'm done playing hockey. But for now, I'll smile at you with a whole bunch of missing fucking sections of my teeth because that's how you just earn it. You go out there, you earn every shift.
So specialist Nolan Rizzo says, not trying to be biased, but the Rangers are legit the only team that has made this big of a turnaround from before the trade deadline. Like, talk about growing fast. And again, those additions they made with Tyler Mott,
Petrano.
And Petrano, Cobb,
Dude,
Braun.
I said it. I said it before the playoffs started. I said, not for nothing. I said, I feel like we helped the Panthers by taking Petrano for cheap and opening up their cap so they can pick up Claude Giroux. And, I mean, where did that get them?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure fucking Petrano has more points in the playoffs than Claude Giroux has, helping the Panthers get to pretty much sitting at home playing golf right now.
And of course, and then Rizzo says everything got better when we got Lindgren and Goodrow back, which is true. We lost those guys in that Penguin series for a little bit. We lost Lindgren and we looked lost. Like we lost that player and we lost our soul. It seemed like he came back hobbled but not broken, and we get back on track. We get back
with
on track.
the way this team is going and the momentum they have, and the way players are coming back from injury. I'm just waiting for them to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Sammy Blais maybe in the lineup this series. Like I'm fucking waiting for it.
He's on the roster. He's on the roster.
He's not playing yet, but he's on the roster.
He'll get playing time.
Dave, what are your thoughts? Keys to game 2. Keep this momentum going.
So I think that the statements that they made tonight, I think that
I said Dave, DJ.
Did you? I didn't hear that. I just got so excited. I'm sorry.
Hear you.
You didn't hear that either? Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Nick did the same face that I did. I was like, TJ, we
All
have
right,
a
I'll
guest.
tune out. Fuck you.
All right. So
You just made the list.
I already on his shit list. I didn't invite him
He's
for
on
golf
the shit
Sunday,
list.
So.
my keys to game 2 are, I gotta say, literally everything you did in game 1. From shutting down. First of all, I don't know if you guys noticed the big passes from the defensive end that Tampa's known for. They completely shut that shit down all game. Shut that down completely. And then when it comes to just finding chances through every single line and finding chances in every depth of this team, because every single line found at least one scoring chance in this game. Tampa can't say the same thing. Also, if they try to start some shit around Igor or around Vasilevsky, knock them the fuck out. Set a fucking tone that this team is not to be fucked with. Prove them.
Not up in here.
That money line that says we have a 7% chance of winning the cup, fuck that shit. It's a 50-50 shot who wins the Eastern Conference Final, and everyone knows that. Fuck the money line. Fuck the media. Let's go Rangers.
That's it. You want to fucking get nasty? Send them down a pump shotgun. Even the odds.
Yes, sir.
Abso-fucking-lutely. I think the key to this victory, and I think the keys going forward, is score first. The Rangers play better when they score first. And I know that's just a blanket statement that any team can embrace and say, yeah, well, obviously if you're ahead, it's easier to play ahead than behind. But if the Rangers can get on that scoreboard first and put the pressure on Vasilevsky and put the pressure on Tampa Bay and get them to play on their heels a little bit and make some more mistakes, we can cash in on it. The talent on this team is fucking, like we said, through all 4 lines. I will not be surprised if we get a Ryan Reeves goal at some point this series because he's in on every fucking play. He's behind the net working the puck in the offensive zone. It's just score first and play on your toes the whole game. Just keep that puck going downhill in the offensive zone. The Rangers did a great job so far in this series in game 1 at earning the neutral zone very quickly and getting into that offensive zone. The shots on net were up, way more up than we played at all in the Hurricanes series. Okay, we're getting pucks to the net. We're getting great chances to the net. And if you can play ahead and just keep cashing in on mistakes and cash in on that power play, continue to cash in on that power play. That power play is just an unstoppable fucking phenom. And you need to continue it. Okay, you're getting that momentum coming off the Hurricane series. Everybody was questioning it. If this game would have went the other way, they would have said the Rangers were tired and Tampa Bay was well rested. And now they're going to make excuses as to, well, 9 days off. There's going to be rust there. Fuck your rust. They had 9 days to rest. We're fucking lingering right now is probably Band-Aiding his entire body up looking like a mummy that guy has probably Bengay all over his fucking body and whatever the fuck else, little Tiger Balm, probably sitting in an ice tub overnight to take a nap. Who the fuck knows? This team is fucking playing through every injury, playing through every body slam and every big hit across the boards, okay? And you can't stop us. You need to keep that physical momentum going. You need to continue to win the battles along the boards, get the puck in deep. And again, like you said, Panarin has to come out strong and has to get involved in whatever he can. Panarin fucking there's something wrong, and I had a Twitter conversation with somebody else saying that there's definitely some kind of injury and has to maybe some kind of wrist or hand injury maybe. And I said, yeah, you know what, that would make sense because he's playing like he has stone hands. He's playing like that wrist is taped up fucking to no end and he doesn't have the feel that he normally has because he's just missing passes. He's not making crisp passes. But tonight he was able to battle through whatever the fuck he's going through and get a point on the board. And that's what we need him to do. Kreider starting the game off strong, doing exactly what we need Kreider to do. Put the puck in the net first, create the momentum, and just ride it all the way fucking home to the victory.
He's got that Adam Banks going.
Yeah, he might be. I like Luis said Lindgren is essentially RoboCop.
It's a $6 million man. We can rebuild him.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give too much of my keys. I think you guys said it enough. But obviously Panarin, 2 straight games with a goal. That is huge from someone who've been waiting to finally break through to see 2 goals by Panarin. The kid line can't say enough. The maturation that they're going through right now, the fact that there are, they're becoming grown men in front of our eyes right now. They're all 22 and younger. And, we talk about playoff experience here. Tampa Bay Lightning come in. There's like 17 players in their roster. They've all been to the Stanley Cup before, even won a Stanley Cup. And it's like, we look at the Rangers roster and it's like, oh, they're all young. They don't have the playoff experience. They've got enough playoff experience the last 2 rounds to last them through round 3. And if they get through the Eastern Conference Finals into a Stanley Cup final to be able to play up to a high level. And we've seen it already in game 1. Filipino, Kakko, and Lafreniere all putting points on the board. Hedl 2 goals. I really wanted him to get that hat trick. That would have been amazing. But whatever, it is what it is at this point. But we'll take the win. Take 2 goals from Hedl. Let's move on. Game 2. Let's forget about. It's a dominant win. We got to forget about. We got to have short memories. We got to keep going. Job's not finished. Job's not done. Keep on fighting. Keep the same pressure. Vasilevsky's going to figure it out. He's not going to give up 6 goals every game. You got to figure it out. Get the goal. Pucks past him. Keep it going. Like Kobe Bryant's always said before, I saw a press conference recently, an old press conference with Kobe Bryant. And they're like, "Are you happy with the game 1 win in the NBA Finals?" And he was like, "Job's not done. Job's not done." And the job is not done for the New York Rangers. They got 3 more wins to go. It's a race to 4. I don't care if they do it in 7, if they do it in 6, 5, 4, whatever it is. Get the 4th win. Move on to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
final.
and you can't discount the fact that it would be huge for them to get 2 home wins and get that streak up to 8 consecutive home wins and roll into Tampa Bay red hot, because at that point, then you're getting Tampa to play on their fucking heels, which they haven't had to do yet. And just that momentum boost would be huge. If they can pull off a win in game 2, going into Tampa, it would be so much in their favor and so much just on Tampa to fucking make a tremendous bounce back. And that's how you generate mistakes, and that's how you cash in.
Exactly. But I think we pretty much wrapped up this game 1 recap. We did a couple breaks here and there for updates of sports, New York sports. For Luis and Nolan and anyone else who's been tuning in or anyone's tuning on Twitter, feel free to comment. We'll always reach out to you guys during the show, even after the show. Subscribe to our podcast. We're available everywhere: Apple, Spreaker.
Throw our phone number up there, Rook. Let them fucking call in and make comments. Throw our phone number up there. Let them call in, make comments.
We also have our phone number too. So call in with your thoughts too. Leave a voicemail. We'll play the voicemails live on the show. But subscribe to our podcast. We have other episodes here who may not be there. Some of them are a little outdated because we usually do this weekly, so the sport's a little outdated. But we also have a wrestling podcast too. You can listen to that, Wrestling Addicts. We have our Screen Addicts and we have our TV Addicts. So if you want to go back, listen to some movie reviews, some TV show reviews, check that out. And obviously wrestling as well. If you're into that, we also have those. So feel free to subscribe to our podcast, available pretty much everywhere. I think especially we're on Audible too, right? Audible, Google,
We're on Audible, Google
Apple,
Podcasts.
yeah, Apple, everything. So
Spotify.
check us out and give
Absolutely.
us a listen. And follow Dave on.
Yeah, check out our guy Dave, Third Period Bourbon.
Yeah,
And
there's
if you
gonna be
love the
more
New York
episodes.
Rangers so much, and you want to be part of this run and this magical experience, you better join the fucking movement, because we got Dave, who brought to us the Third Period Bourbon. So, for anyone who doesn't know yet, every third period, during second admission, we send out a tweet. We want to see those bourbons. Fill them up, fill a glass up.
Absolutely.
Tweet it to us, Dave at 3 Period Bourbon, or at us at Score Addicts Podcast on Twitter, and let us see them. Third period bourbons are what 70% of the time now we're up to, I think, because
70% of the time it works every time.
Listen, I'm not going to be satisfied until I'm watching the fucking Stanley Cup Finals with Dave sitting right here having a third period bourbon with us.
Yeah, we'll all be there.
It's gonna happen, boys.
I just want to point out before we go, in 2014, I believe it was, I was sitting in Fort Gordon, Georgia, watching the Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, now it's 2022, and I'm sitting in Fort Drum watching the Eastern Conference Finals, like I was watching the Eastern Conference Finals in Fort Gordon in 2014.
And I'm sitting in Jacksonville, Florida. I feel your pain.
I'm just saying, like, last time I was on duty, like someplace during the Eastern Conference Finals, saw something special. I'm just throwing it out there.
So, fun fact, I was actually on night shift for about 40% of this season, and the dude I was working with, it would be like, I don't know, like 11 o'clock at night, and this dude would be just like dead, and I'd just be like, yes, for all the West Coast games, and he would just be like, dude, shut up. It was great.
All I know is I had finals in the start of the Stanley Cup run, and my finals ended during the Eastern Conference Finals, and I just got fucking blackout every game.
How's that any different than how you were other times of the year?
I during law school finals, I did not drink as heavily.
I've seen you in October, and you were fucking hammered drinking.
Well, I was just saying because I missed the first 3 weeks of the playoff postseason because I was studying for finals. That's what
I was a ninth grader, so I felt all that pain.
I legit was in Myrtle Beach for my cousin's bachelor party during the Rangers' last cup run, watching the LA Kings beat the shit out of us. And I'm the only one at the bar fucking going absolutely ballistic and throwing a fucking tantrum and a half. And everybody's staring at me like, oh, what the fuck is this dude's problem? So that was I do not want to go through that again. I want to just have nothing but positive vibes and Rangers victories. Is that too much to ask for? I don't fucking care.
Let's go to the mega happy ending.
And then TJ was like, why am I so angry? Because Paul Neal didn't sign my autograph in 1996. Go fuck yourself.
It's true. Son of a bitch.
All right, Nick, take us out.
You know what? I'm so pumped. Like, I don't want to go, but I got to go because I got to be up in like 5 hours. Thanks to everybody who spent this time with us. I had a great time. All the comments were awesome. I'm loving Rangers community, just getting together and just freaking supporting each other and just talking fucking hockey. Fucking hockey. This is the book I'm reading right now, by the way. I actually was reading it. It's called Tales from the Locker Room. Tales from the New York Rangers Locker Room by Giles Villamor and Mike Shalom. So that's pretty dope. And it has a forward from Ed Jackman.
Nice.
Yeah. So actually, I just started reading it on the way up here today. It's pretty dope. My brother-in-law got it for me for Christmas. I just haven't had a chance.
Shout out to Ian.
Awesome.
Shout out to Ian, big red, El Gallo. Anyhow, we'll catch you again next week. Actually, we'll catch you again Friday, post-game Friday, after it's game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll catch y'all then. We'll talk some more hockey. We'll have some hot takes, some strong takes, and some happiness, I'm sure, because we're taking game 2.
And some strong fucking bourbons.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
And welcome to the motherfucking jungle. This is the Scoreboard Addicts Podcast. Starring Nick, TJ, and The Rook. Our shows are for the average sports fan who likes drinking, talking sports, and talking shit. We cover all sports from the MLB to the NHL and everything in between, as well as review movies and discuss pop culture.
Dude, he wouldn't be in the NFL if he couldn't play at this level. All right? You get this. Good day. I can't believe you just said that. It was the stupidest thing I've heard you say in weeks. All right?
I say he can never play at this level?
That was
I
the
never
best thing I've ever heard.
You're ruining the magic.
That's a really interesting point.
We all know of shady underground places that give massages and happy endings. And does it not seem out of the realm of possibility?
You?
It's an embarrassment. I think fans are tired. We put the clown show organization. Guess what, Joe? It is
Still a man's sport. This is still hockey. Step the fuck up. He's looking. I don't know why, but he looked at me. I'm looking at you. I see him looking at me. He goes. He's trying to eat it real low key.
Join us on BellyUp.tv on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. for our movie reviews and on Saturdays at 7 p.m. for our standard sports talk show.
Oh, yeah.